Hey y'all, CB here at MBS Welding. I'm rocking this nice Arc Captain Welding shirt. This one's got some nice big pockets, and this one lower pocket right here is actually big enough to hold my S24 Ultra phone, which I don't find a whole lot of them that are. But let's check out what we're welding on today. We've got a case here. I believe it's for a YZF450 quad. Got a little issue a buddy of mine has run into where there's a couple drains in the bottom of this engine case, and one of them has busted off. Now, he started sanding on it after I told him that he could sand that. He asked if this could be welded, and I said, well, if you sand that flat, and he had already bought these bungs. I sand that, clean it up, and weld that bung on there, you should be in good shape. And then he said, well, how about I just get you to do it? And I was like, okay, well, bring it on over. So we got it here on the welding table, and we're going to get it taken care of for him. Now, here's a picture he sent me. That's what it looked like originally when it had broke. And he sanded a bunch of the broken material off around where there was a drain. And so I'm going in with the burr bit for aluminum. Now, if you go on my Amazon storefront, there's a link in the description of all my videos. It'll take you to my places, but there's a link that'll take you to my Amazon storefront. And if you need any of those burr bits for aluminum, they're on my storefront, probably under supplies. It takes a different burr bit really for aluminum, because you need the ones where the teeth are real far apart. If you use the other ones, they just gall up. Here you see I'm cleaning that bung. And don't think, I tell you what, when it comes to aluminum, don't think just because you got a brand new aluminum part that it's clean. It's got those oxides on it that have to be cleaned off, and you got to clean it off before you weld on it. And if you go to lunch for an hour after you cleaned it and come back, you got to clean it again. Those oxides form immediately. So that's just the way it is with aluminum. Clean it up with a stainless steel wire brush at least. And so we're going to get a tack on it. And once it's tacked, I'll give you a look at what it looks like with the tack on it. And then we'll see what we're into for welding it. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. He did a good job getting prepared by purchasing these bungs, because I think, considering that I don't have machining equipment, this is probably the easiest way for us to fix this here. Now, there is one spot where the welding is going to be a little bit interesting, because TIG welding aluminum down into that groove that's real deep like that is a little bit interesting. I'll be running the tungsten out a little bit farther than normal. And with this cast, you often run into contamination within the material, and you see where I tacked that. There's a place that's been etched and it's turned black. I wasn't welding there, but it got heated up and contaminants have floated out of it. So we'll be dealing with some of that like always on this cast. We'll get her welded. The thing I got to say about welding aluminum, I've been a certified welder since 1992. And with every other aspect of welding, as far as wire welding, stick welding, structural, pipe, and everything, there'd been a point at one point or another in my career where I would get on a job where I was doing this certain type of welding, and I would be able to do it for months on end every single day. And that's when you really get a knack for the stuff. And that's the reason why when it comes to welding steel with wire, or stick or structural or pipe, I've had the opportunity to get some real experience with it. Now with aluminum, it's been a lot different, because I've just never been in a position where I welded aluminum every single day for months on end. It seems like I'd weld a little bit of aluminum, I'd start to get a feel for it on a job, I'd finish the job, and then it would be months before I'd weld aluminum again. So I just never got really tuned in on it. But the thing is, I want to thank Arc Captain for the Arc Captain TIG 200P, and also the R Captain 205 MP with its ability to pulse MIG weld aluminum. And those two operations have really upped my game on aluminum welding. With MIG pulse, it really helps burn through the oxide layer and get the aluminum welded without overheating it. And I just feel like the R Captain TIG 200P is so much more forgiving than any other AC TIG welder that I've run, that it's really helped me out to get the welds made on aluminum, even though I don't have a tremendous amount of practice doing it. And the thing is, I'm the only guy around this area that's doing it. So somebody needs to do it for the people that need it done in this area, and that guy evidently is me. Now, as far as any of the R Captain equipment, you can help me out by using my link in the description of my videos. If you go to the description of my videos, there's a link that'll take you to the R Captain website. You can also use my promo code to get 5% off. If you're using any other dealer discount, you won't be able to double up on it and use my promo code. But no matter what, help me out by using my links to get to the R Captain site or the Fitville site, or you can use my Amazon storefront link to get to Amazon. By using my links to get where you're going, those outfits know that you got there because of me, and that really helps the channel, and we appreciate it.